Looks like he's convulsing. Is he okay?
Everybody knows I'm a certified G and a bona fide star, and you can't beat that. Realest one in the room. How you doing? Hey, I gotta say, I'm doing great. But do you know what HOG was before I arrived? It was just a HOG. Because I put the G in it just now. That's right. Ho, ho, ho. Santa Claus isn't real, kids. Oh, you didn't like that? But you know who is real? Me. That's damn right. And I've been around the world, baby. And you know what I believe in? Not Santa Claus, dog. Me. That's damn right, man. Hey, shut your mouth. I hear you out there, dude. You sodium-sucking slouch. Hey, glad I could get you up off your couch, pal. You know what I'm saying? Hey, dude, you are an overweight vegan. Okay? And I have been on my P's and Q's and carrots since I debuted in Dallas. And my microphone head is callous. And from my understanding, there's a champion here whose hand is callous because he was locked up. Hey, what's that, dude? What's that? You ain't got nothing left to prove until you prove it to a certified G. I am the best to wear the purple strap and rock the stick since Donatello. That was a Ninja Turtles joke. But don't worry, if it went over your head, it's okay. There ain't gonna be no turtle heads poking. I came here to beat the shit out of somebody. Now I know for a fact, like the bottom of a staple cap, that there's people in the back there, a bunch of them, and I don't care which one comes out here. I'm as square as a Sicilian slice, dog. I know who the hell I am. But if they want to come out here, I'm going to prove that I don't care who you are. If you step in a ring with me, there's only one word to describe you, and I'm going to spell it out for you.
Oh my God.
Be careful what you wish for.
I think Zilla has had enough.
I can't believe he just ruined Christmas for all the kids in the crowd.
I can't believe he's got a shit emoji on the back of his trunks.
I just noticed that. Not the first place I was looking until you told me. Well, here he comes. The Crown Jewel Champion. The only Crown Jewel Champion that matters in this business is on his way to the ring. 85 days and counting for this man.
There may be pretenders to that throne, but like Jason said,
Are you satisfied with yourself?
why are you here? Oh my God!
You know their blood in that cage match is going to be on your hands, Commissioner.
There was the only
December.
decision to make. Deal with it. If you're not going to
just
control,
like I have to deal with the fact that Zilla Fatu is the HOG Crown Jewel champion when it should have been Idris Jackson if it weren't for La Rata Ramirez.
well, if you can't control your man, then I will. And that's why I made the decision I made. But right now, Real
Control
One,
yourself.
pipe down. Real One, I think is, he may have bitten off a little more than he can chew. We have had an up-close seat here to watch Zilla Fatu these last few months, and he has knocked down every challenger so far.
Yes, including Idris Jackson.
Including Idris.
I believe in the glory.
That was because of La Rata. Let's not forget that.
Well, you love saying that, don't you?
But yeah, here we have the Real One versus the main one.
And you're the annoying one.
Yeah, like you would know. Look.
Well, look, hold on a second now. That championship that Nick Shin has in his hands, as I was saying before, the only crown jewel, the original crown jewel championship of wrestling. A lot of big names here in House of Glory have had that championship.
Look at all those jewels sparkling.
I can see it from all the way over here. It's a beautiful belt. We invested a lot. We spare no expense here in House of Glory. Real One thinks he's going to come in. This is his very first appearance here in the HOG ring. What a night.
He did not have very kind things to say about HOG.
Or the people in the crowd.
The Real One.
He sounded kind of like you. He was insulting that man right over there. He called him overweight.
Well, Mr. Real One is certainly a reprobate, but I have to agree with him in his sentiments towards the HOG faithful here in the NYC arena.
You know, you better have eyes in the back of your head. Carlos may come back here.
Oh no, I made sure that he's not anywhere near this building anymore.
Regardless, Zilla Fatu has had an amazing 2024 so far. 24-5 in 30 matches.
Undefeated here in HOG.
Yes. He defeated Idris Jackson, I believe, in the glory. He beat Carlos Ramirez for that championship.
La Sombra.
Ending a 280-day reign, Doc. How dare you? Why are you targeting Carlos Ramirez? Would you like to tell us, please?
Targeting Carlos Ramirez. You saw what he did to Idris Jackson. He cost him the Crown Jewel Championship. And then he put his hands on me. He put his hands on me months ago to begin with.
You certainly know how to pick him, I'll tell you that.
Well, tonight, La Rata fell right into our trap.
Well, you know, Real One, we haven't seen him certainly on television in a while. He was in WWE, as many people know, along with Big Cass, Enzo Amore, and Big Cass. Very popular act in NXT, and then on the main roster, former Cruiserweight champion in WWE. Spent some time in MLW as well. As the gift of gab.
Controversial Cruiserweight champion, I would say.
He was, but champion nonetheless. As the gift of gab, is he going to have the gift of gold here tonight? We'll find out.
Collar and elbow tie up here between Zilla Fatu and the Real One. Zilla Fatu gets the better of that with a well-applied side headlock.
Well, Fatu certainly has the size and strength advantage. That much is obvious.
Absolutely, but Real One may have the advantage in intelligence, only slightly.
Zilla Fatu, obviously, his popularity is ever growing. Taking pictures with almost everybody that came up to him before the show.
Very
He came up to us and
Yeah.
gave us a handshake.
Absolutely. And he does every show. Very respectful. When the bell rings, though, he just turns into a different person.
Real One is a very cagey competitor and is going to have to use all of his ring savvy to have a chance to capture the HOG Crown Jewel Championship here for Zilla Fatu.
There's that power game there by Zilla. Real One now, off the ropes. Big shoulder tackle by Zilla.
For all of his power, agility, and his natural skills, Zilla Fatu is still relatively new to this business. And his inexperience is perhaps his only weak spot in the ring.
Yeah, not much more than a year in the business so far. Trained by Booker T. The reality of wrestling.
Real One will have to exploit that inexperience to gain an advantage here in this match.
Elbow shots right to the ribcage. It's Real One. do there as he backed Zilla into the rope to break that hold. Oh, what a move there.
smart.
Pulling the arm right out of the socket, Jason.
Smart. You saw there's Zilla. He took a shot to the eye with that rope.
That's exactly what I was saying a moment ago. Real one using that ring savvy. Like him or not, he is a veteran of this industry. He's the real one.
I can't get over you now that you've mentioned it. The poop emoji. It's tight.
Yeah, yes.
That's what he thinks of you, Commissioner.
That's what I have you in my phone as, though. The shit emoji.
That's your profile.
Very mature. Very mature.
That's your profile. He knows not to answer when you call.
Just the fact that you use emojis shows what a delinquent child you are.
Well, if you only seen what I was going to be dressed up as for Halloween, Don, I'd love to get your reaction. And Zilla, look at this. Real one. Roll up.
Excellent ring technique there shown by Real One.
What an elbow right to the jaw by the champion.
Raw power, I think, will almost always outdo technique. It doesn't take a whole lot to put somebody down with a back elbow.
Head first. Into the top turnbuckle, the Real One.
Zilla seems to
And the
be
main
enjoying himself right now. Oh, I felt that headbutt
What a headbutt
myself. It is skull rattling for sure.
I'm still wondering how Idris's head is, though, from that chair shot.
Idris is perfectly fine, and that's none of your business.
Knife edge chop there as Real One goes down. Clothesline ducked. Pop off Samoan drop, beautifully executed.
Popped Real One all the way into the lights. It only gets a 2 count.
Is that HOG Chicago where?
And you see, the look on Zilla's face, getting a little frustrated, but he's got that thumb up in the air. He could be looking for that spike. I've seen him finish opponents off with that before.
Yes.
Unfortunately, yes.
Adopted that from his late father.
Samoan bulldogs.
Waist lock. Big German suplex by Zilla Fatu. My goodness.
Folded him up. Here you see on the replay. Pop up Samoan drop.
Real One's coming out of his shorts here.
He went for that Jordunzo, but Zilla was able to escape and get back on the offense.
Was that HOG Chicago where he had to prove himself to Mustafa Ali? Ali didn't think he was the main one. But after that match, Jason certainly proved that he was the main one.
It would have been nice, though, had the Dark Star not interfered.
Hey,
Such
Doc.
a great match.
The Dark Star is the only one that matters here in HOG. And myself.
We'll find out on December 20th. Right now.
Ramirez certainly didn't think so. He dumped over
No,
there.
not at all.
Got a first-hand view of that. It was great. Headbutt there by Zilla. Perch on the top rope.
Oh,
Waist
here
lock.
comes gut-wrench super!
Wow!
The top rope!
Real One came down right on his right shoulder.
That might be it.
Somehow he kicked out of that.
I think
Zilla
that
was not
just
able to
instinct.
get much of a cover there. If Zilla had put his full body weight on top of Real One, that would have been it.
Zilla now climbing the top turnbuckle.
He wants that big Samoan splash.
Yes, he does. And he nails it. And Real kicks out. Wow. What resiliency by Real One
Yeah,
tonight.
I thought this was academic at that point. Got a lot of fighting. Say that.
Zilla stays on top of his opponent.
Just toying with Real One now. Irish whip. Hits hard opposite side. Measured him. Zilla hits shoulder first into the steel post.
Real One out of desperation got out of the way. Roll up, feet on the ropes.
Oh, he almost stalled the Crown Jewel Championship there. Zilla kicked out.
Real One digging deep into his bag of tricks right now.
He went for that Samoan spike again, but Real One caught him right into the second turnbuckle. It's the second time he went for that Samoan spike.
If Real One can hit that Giordunzo, it might rattle Zilla's jaw enough to keep him down for a 3 count. But Real One has something else in mind. Dragging Zilla to the outside.
Hey, look at this. He's setting him up for a razor's edge.
Right out on the floor there.
Oh!
Right into the
wow.
steel post.
Spine first.
And those, Jason, like we usually say, those are not ordinary steel posts. Jagged edges and extra steel protruding out of those steel posts.
Well, you know, on television these days, you see a lot of the ring post casing. There's no casing here.
No.
Enzo demonstrating power beyond what I would have expected from him in hoisting Zilla Fatu up in order to drive the back of his neck and head into that post.
And we can't win the championship on the outside, though.
I think Real One might be realizing that right now, going to the outside.
He's a little loopy. I mean, he's running on fumes, but he's going up top. And Zilla just
Shin
gets back inside.
Stop the count momentarily as Zilla rolls back in. He's holding the side of his head.
Real One likes that flying DDT.
That's
There it
exactly
is.
what he went for, and was perfectly executed. Cover here. He did hook the leg, and Zilla powers out.
Zilla Fatu remains Crown Jewel champion for now. But Real One has got to put together some more offense if he wants to capture the gold.
Now, we've seen him do this before. He calls it Air Enzo. It's that diving splash. Could he be setting up for that?
Well, but Zilla is recovering
Zilla.
faster than Real One expected.
Oh!
Samoan spike in midair!
Holy cow, did he measure him? 1, 2, and 3.
Here's your winner, and still your House of Glory Crown Jewel Champion,
You know, Zilla Fatu is still the champion, but Real One brought a stronger challenge than I ever would have expected out of him in this match.
Absolutely. As we see highlights here from this very competitive match, maybe surprisingly competitive for the Crown Jewel title. And you see Zilla on the top rope. I honestly thought it was over when he hit that Samoan splash.
Well, you know, I think the Dark Star wore Zilla down
And here,
last month.
Sure thing.
there's the diving DDT. And he just went up top one too many times. DDT was not good enough for a 3 count, so Real One decided to head back up, and he paid the price for it, as you're going to see here. Out of midair, a spike. And that was all she wrote. Look, Real One doesn't know where he is.
How good is Zilla Fatu? Enzo, Real One shows up unexpectedly here at HOG Salvation. Zilla answers the call, welcoming any and all challengers for that Crown Jewel Championship.
HOG.